ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me When up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits.
$30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in 3.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Murray now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, the Cardinals last year, of course, struggled 3-13, but 2 of their 3 wins came against these 49ers. In fact, the Cardinals have beaten the Niners 8 consecutive times. Last time San Fran beat Arizona was 2014. And remember, these are clubs that meet twice a year. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now Murray. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Nice pass that time by the #1 pick, Kyler Murray. Also drafted 9th in the Major League Baseball draft. He's the only person ever to be taken top 10 in both sports. Go back to his Allen High School days in Texas. He was 42-0 as a starting quarterback. Freshman year, he was at Texas A&M, then the transfer to Oklahoma, sat behind Baker Mayfield. Then his opportunity came last year. Boy, did he make the most of it. Won the Heisman Trophy and led the Sooners to the college football playoff.
At the 47-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Second down, Murray sets to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
They stay on the ground on first for Johnson. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 21.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They run. It's Johnson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Here's Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
At the 3-yard line.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
He's not going to get me.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Deep ball for Goodwin. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper,
yes,
right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big playability.
He certainly does, and not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Cardinals.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. A lot of people felt Johnson was a little misused during what was a disappointing 2018. 940 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Great for most, but not the season Johnson was hoping for. And he said this offseason, there are a lot of good running backs in the NFL, but I'm the best. And now he's trying to prove it, hoping to get back to the production that sent him to the Pro Bowl in 2016. That would certainly help his rookie quarterback. On second down, Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Come on, let's go.
On second down, it's Johnson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Throwing is Murray on third down. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one and another first down. But you talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On second down now, it's Johnson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now the dual threat man, this is DJ Foster, and he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Ready, 951, 951. You gonna get this one? You think you gonna get this?
On first and 10, here's Murray. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Johnson was the intended receiver. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
No gain on the dump-off. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Here we go. 180! I got it. 49, check 49, check 49.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down.
Move. Hey, alert. Hey, high 7. Set the tone, defense. Go ahead.
To throw is Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches.
Makes it 3rd and inches.
Set, ready. 6 out on 54.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
1st down, Murray. He gets this out to Foster on the right side. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Watch QB's up.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Throwing now is Murray. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Switch it, come on, switch it.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson with his second touchdown here this first half. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Brings up third down and 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. They will take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They will run again with Coleman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try to chip someone at the second level.
18 yards, first down Niners. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. On the screen, this is Coleman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Here Here's Garoppolo to throw. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin. He scored on the ground and through the air, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. DeForest Buckner able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Murray throwing on second down. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go. Pittsburgh. 6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
On third down, Murray. Over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
Ready. Mike's by 4. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll run it with Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
First and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
21.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Alert 3. Alert 3. Check 99. Check 99. 11. 21. Here we go.
To throw on second and 6. Garoppolo. Coleman has it here right side. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. The defense gets them the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he fights his way in, not giving up. And it's a Cardinal touchdown. David Johnson with his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
11. Bravo. We got it.
Garoppolo on first down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10.
Hey, Zoo. 43's the mic. Come on. We better bring it. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. Hey, let's get this.
Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a third down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight, he was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
At the 24-yard line.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Hey, watch the slant.
Murray going to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. D Ford make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
To throw is Murray. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Kyler Murray, 1,000-yard rusher as a quarterback in his Heisman campaign at Oklahoma. He's got the first down.
Ready? 54. Mike 54. Okay. Check 50. Check 50.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They go to Johnson again. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Here's Murray from midfield. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
54 right there. Come on, dude. Check three.
They'll run on first down. Johnson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Again, it's Johnson. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On 3rd down, Johnson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Garoppolo. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. 21. Hey, Charlie. 35 to Mike. Tackle.
Garoppolo to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Johnson. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to rebuild.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Johnson. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college and it happened in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance.